Could have sworn I put a camera in here for some reason. Well, I know it's not November 2013, but welcome to the next top 10 gaming related Dickheads video. I know, it's been a seriously long time coming. Those of you who've been following my channel for some time know for the fact that I have been the laziest piece of shit with regards to working on this channel. Since the end of 2013, I have done basically nothing. Given the fact that I started the channel pretty much in 2013, that just goes to show what a slack motherfucker I have been. It is now the beginning of February 2016, and I have spent the last at least 2 years doing pretty much bugger all on this channel. Now, I'm a badly disorganised piece of shit, so I'm hoping I can bring a little bit more organisation into my life and do a bit more of a balance with regards to my hobbies, my personal life and my business life. So, you know, let's crack this shit on, shall we? If you're not aware of what the top 10 gaming related Dickheads is, it's a very specific little list I do. It covers the last month, okay, obviously. So it's going to be from January to now. And it is the top 10 groups, organisations, companies or products that I think really reflect the most dickish things of that month. Not the worst, not the most venal or evil, and it's not really ranked on that kind of evil scale, but it is the top 10 that I have just gone, fucking dickhead. So let's start, shall we? Number 10 is Jonathan Blow. Now, Jonathan Blow is the developer of The Witness, the PS4 and Steam available first-person puzzler game. I first saw it when they were announcing the PS4. Looked interesting. Obviously been developed for quite some time. This is a guy who was behind Braid, and he wanted to make a Myst-style first-person puzzler. Interesting. I like myself a puzzler. Now, he's not on this list because I didn't buy his game. I mean, it was £30, which is, I think it was about $40 retail in the US, which doesn't actually translate directly. So we got ripped off anyway, but it's a bullshit price. I'm not paying that for a first-person puzzler. There's plenty of mobile games that give me plenty of puzzling, or I'll play some Professor Layton shit, which will cost me less. So do you know what? Not interested. Not interested for that reason alone. But oh dear, did he fucking come out whinging like a little bitch that there's a torrent of his game and say that that will impact his ability to make future games. Newsflash, fucko. Anyone who understands piracy pretty much understands that a pirated download is not a lost sale. It's not like a balance here where someone goes, oh, am I going to pirate this game or will I buy it? I think I'll pirate it. It's a pain in the arse to pirate, not to mention the legal ramifications. If you were going to go through the hassle of torrenting the game, you were not going to buy it. Full fucking stop. So don't come out here and fucking whinge that people are torrenting your game. Boo fucking who. They never did CJ Projekt Red any goddamn harm. And then, lo and behold, didn't retract his comments, but he did mention that he had more sales in the first week of The Witness, as a much more expensive game than Braid, I might add, than he did for the whole first year of Braid. And he's got plenty of money to make a game of at least the same scale. Do I hear a retraction? Do I see any of him going back and, you know what, actually, do you know what, fuck piracy, it doesn't matter. Because I've made so much money. I've made more money in the last week than I made in the whole year. This is fucking brilliant. I've sold so many copies of this game, I am rolling in it. Go fucking me. No, none of that shit. Fucking whinging and bitching like a little fucking arsehole. So do you know what, John? Fuck off. Number 9 is going to have to be Concept. Well, mighty number 9, the Kenji Inafune Fuck You to Capcom for Mega Man, which I was so excited for when it first was announced. I was really pleased that Inafune was going out and just getting a game made with a load of the original Mega Man team as a big fuck off to Capcom and to make a game that the fans wanted after so many Mega Man games getting cancelled. So it was due to come out. And it's been delayed again. A fucking again. After unprecedented success on Kickstarter. After huge amounts of fan support. After the fact that they hired a mod who hated anyone who wanted to be interested in the game. They hired some fucking arsehole who hated everybody, wasn't interested in Mega Man games and wanted to talk shit endlessly and put people down and ban them, including heavy supporters. Despite all of that shit, despite adding an online mode that no fucker wanted, guess what? They've had to delay the game because the online mode is completely and utterly fucking balked. They went to have to do some issues about a week or so before release, okay? They had a couple of weeks before release and they're working on bug fixing the online, okay? Until they suddenly realised that the bug fixing is so bad, the online is so fucked, they cannot possibly meet the launch date, so they've put it back again. What pisses me off, and you'll hear me consistently say shit like this about annoying failed bloody crowdfunding. It's not failed because it was highly successful, but the fact that as a business, that as a project manager, if you fail to deliver in this method, it's fucking abysmal. The point of crowdfunding was to cut out the middleman, was to cut out those micromanaging, penny-pinching twats and allow creatives to create wonderful games. And what have we fucking got? Bullshit like Mighty Number 9, Double Fine acting like absolute fucking twat bags, and so many failed fucking Kickstarters and GoFundMes and shit. You can't fucking count. It's so fucking embarrassing that for somebody who is so deeply interested in individuals working together to create something magical without having to deal with these fucking business twants, you fuckheads just fail. So often. Almost every crowdfunded major game has been some form or other a fucking disaster, and it's goddamn fucking embarrassing. And Concept, considering the amount of money you have taken and the amount of goodwill you have squandered, fuck off. Number 8 is going to be Scott Cawthon. Now, Scott Cawthon, the maker of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm not going to actually have a go at him for purely, as terrible as it is, bringing out 4 Five Nights at Freddy's games in 18 months. I mean, that's some fucking copy-paste bullshit. But he's always stood by the quality of Five Nights at Freddy's. It is what it is. It is YouTube fucking clickbait. It earns people money. He earns a ton of money for it. Streamers and YouTubers earn a ton of money from it, and the kids love it. It's not for me, but you know what? Fair play, even though I cringe at the idea of 4 games being released in 18 months in a series and then claiming that that's not in some way episodic release of one fucking game. But oh no. He released Five Nights at Freddy's World, an RPG. He pushed it to release it early. What happened? It was fucking abysmally broken. The simple things, character stats in an RPG, not there. Not even fucking there. What does ability do? Don't know. Don't know what the ability does. Doesn't give you that feedback in the game. So bad, it was pulled from Steam. Given the shit show that Steam has become recently, with any motherfucker can release any piece of shit, broken cack game, the fact that they pulled it from Steam, that is almost unprecedented if we didn't have the fucking abysmal Arkham Knight to think about. That's some bad shit. When a guy who's released 4 games in 18 months goes to release a 5th spin-off game, again within the same 18-month time frame, and it's so fucking balked. I'm just so sick of this shit. Him, and in fact the whole... This, in fact, a notable mention goes out to all the fucking YouTube bellends and all the streamers who just love fucking screaming on cam without providing any form of substance because, jump scare. Anyone can do a fucking jump scare. It is not that difficult, seriously. Number 7, Twitch. So Twitch gets on here for publishing a list of games that they think are just too naughty to be seen on a computer screen. They published a little list along with a general suggestion saying anything with an ESRB AO rating is not available for Twitch streaming. Now, if anyone's not aware, AO rating is essentially adult only. So if you're in the UK, I presume that's an 18 certificate. I mean, we have a much stricter system here where it's strictly age related. Whereas, if I get this right, There is T for teen, which of course I think that's a discretionary thing about selling. I think an rated R, I believe, guys, please correct me, is the fact that an adult has to purchase it for a child. I think that an adult has to be involved in the purchase in some way. Can't be 100% sure on that, but anyway, AO means no kids are allowed to play it, basically. Obviously, that's not the case. Often AO games are the most interesting games to play for kids because they don't actually have much depth beneath the whole, like, oh my god, that's so gross. But the games they picked, I mean, the AOs are generally for violence and a bit and sexual content, but some of the games they picked, they've basically gone, oh no, Honey Pop, you can't stream Honey Pop. Which is, oh, it's a bit naughty and a little bit lewd. Oh god, we can't fucking play this. God forbid some people start touching themselves to their Japanese mangoes. BMX XXX, like anyone would play that unironically. Everyone's going to be playing that game ironically. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Rate play, I understand, okay? Rate play, if you're not aware of it, is a pretty fucking minging game. And it's about the most creepily Japanese thing you'll ever see in your life. And it's basically a game where you rape, I think it's a mother and 2 daughters, and then you can do like create your own sex scene thing with them. It's fucking, it's not going to be sellable in the West. It's just not. It's just not. Whatever your opinions are on censorship, there's no way that any Western country will be happy to allow that game to have any kind of classification. It's just not the sort of thing that translates to the West. Now, I am by far the sort of person who supports that kind of localization, but Rape Play is kind of an example where, you know what, just depictions of rape in that kind of way is just not available. It's just not a thing that we sell. It's a thing we just have to live with. But Manhunt 2? Honey Pop? Oh no, it's fucking naughty! I know, I understand, Twitch, okay, that you're going for the teen and kid audience. You could just do what YouTube does to cover your ass and say that certain streams have to be age restricted. Do that. Fine, put an age restriction. This is an adult only stream. Fine. But realistically, anything for sale in America, because that's where Twitch is from, anything that's on the market in America should be broadcastable on your service. Otherwise, you're making political statements, and you as a platform shouldn't be making these political statements. You shouldn't be making these judgment calls. It's not your fucking business. Butt it the fuck out. Take your advertising revenue and shut your fucking face. Well, number 6 is going to go to EA. Now, it's very rare that I'm going to be advertising Ubisoft as the heroes of any story. And to be honest, they're not. They're just the not twattish side on this situation. EA have tried to patent or trademark the word ghost. Yeah. That's a thing. It's not the only time that's happened. Obviously, anyone who's aware of the recent Fine Bros nightmare, where they're currently trademarking the word react. God forbid that anyone makes a video of a reaction or reacting to something, because that is in some way dealing with their copyright. In the same way, Bethesda tried to impose a ban on anyone using the word scrolls. King tried to ban anyone using the word saga. It's a fucking patent scamming, fucking scummy practice that needs to be knocked the fuck out. And EA really trademarking the word ghost. Ghost. I mean, are you fucking serious? You telling me that that is in some way a novel term? Seriously, the shit, react, ghost, saga, scroll, these words are not appropriate for trademarking. EA is going to get the ban hammer because they're the gaming related company to do it most recently, but every one of you motherfuckers that thinks it's a sensible fucking idea to trademark simple terms, here's a tip for you. Come up with more interesting trade names. Brand your product more interestingly. Don't just use actual common words and say, well, we can't have, this game because, well, we've patented the word spoon, so no one can have any games to do with spoons. Meanwhile, some poor sod who's created Spoon Your Dad Simulator 2016 on Steam is going to get sued because you're a miserable prick. How about you just fuck off with that bullshit and stop it? Number 5. Senator Katherine Clark. So, Katherine Clark, everyone's favourite grandma, has come out and written a letter to both Apple and the developers of an app called Stolen, which is a silly little mobile game that seems to be was enjoyed very much by sort of 12 to 14-year-old girls who enjoyed the concept where you would take someone's Twitter profile and trade it. So it would essentially create a market of popularity based on Twitter profiles. It's a silly little app. Now, if you're not aware, Katherine Clark has made a big deal with regards to harassment on the Twitters, considering that it's some kind of evil thing. Gamers are evil and cruel for calling people knobheads on the internet and therefore must be punished. She was the one who urged the FBI desperately to make sure they track down the gamers that said meany things on the internet and have them arrested. I can't help but notice no fucker's been arrested because no crimes have been committed, Katherine, but you are just a miserable fucking arsehole desperate for some press. So you went after the developers of the game Stolen. Now, I'm not cross at the developers for coming back and saying, "Oh, we understand what you're coming at, and we're going to pull the game. We're going to refund everyone's purchase." They caved to pressure. Now, they may well agree with you, but your argumentation is so fucking stupid. Basically, it's stealing. You consider it stealing. It's a form of harassment to buy and steal someone's Twitter profile. What? Are you some kind of fucking crackhead? What kind of mental person are you to think an innocent iOS game where kids play around and go, hee, I've got Harry Styles. I'll swap you for a Zayn Malik. Ha 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 ha. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who's being harassed on this platform? No one's been harassed on this platform ever. But oh no, you've got to play your fucking agenda, haven't you? And ruin someone's fun and also their business. These poor fucks have developed this game and every penny they've made, they're going to have to give back now because you've made them withdraw the game from sale. So well done, you fucking hero. Congratulations, and I'm sure when their kids are dying for milk and begging for some help, you'll come along and help them with it. I'm sure this is fucking hyperbole, I'm sure they'll be fine, but you know what? Just fuck off. Just what is the matter with you, you miserable, blowhard, fucking piece of shit? Right, number 4 is Leigh Alexander. So, the reason everyone's favourite non-functioning alcoholic has made it onto this list is on her new little blog website. Any of you know she had to leave Rock Paper Shotgun through being just deeply unpleasant and is now writing a blog called Offworld on Boing Boing. Yeah, those are actual words of things and places, if you're surprised by that. I mean, that does sound like something that a small child would say, but no, that's actually a thing. She writes for Offworld on Boing Boing. That's a thing. So, you know, the Mrs. I Am Games Journalism decided to go back to an older article that was published a month or so ago by a visually impaired gamer and writer called Anton Hill. Now, he wrote an article on Offworld about colour blindness and about he has a particular condition whereby, I'm not going to bore you with the details, but basically he cannot see really anything unless he really focuses, and when he does it's black and white. So it was talking about how his vision impairs his gaming experience and how certain games with their accessibility modes make a game accessible to him. Interesting story, perfectly appropriate for the progressive games press who aren't interested in games but they are interested in representation. So this sounds perfect, doesn't it? Visually impaired writer writing about his visual impairment and how games can cater to his needs. Perfect. Oh no though. Turns out he follows some people who use the Gamergate hashtag. He follows some people who are associated with it. He's tweeted bad things about some people in gaming. So for that, she put an editor's note on the top of his article basically lambasting him on the grounds that Will Shut Up fucking Wesley Wheaton contacted her and said, "You do know you have a terrible harasser on your fucking staff." This contributor has now been banned from contributing. So they've just sacked the disabled man. They just refused the disabled man any future work on the grounds that he doesn't particularly like some people. I looked through this guy's Twitter feed. He is an acquaintance of acquaintances of mine. Does he follow even slightly? He follows Mark Kern, you fucking monster. You follow a developer of WoW, a WoW developer who has said bad things about some feminists on the internet. Well, you piece of shit, you best be fucking smeared for the rest of your life, you cunt. How dare you say a bad thing about Anita Sarkeesian, you motherfucker. You should be pilloried, sir. You should have replacement eyes put in and then have crows pluck them out. You evil little cunt. How fucking dare you? But it's okay. The fucking Lone Ranger has staggered off her fucking horse in a whiskey stupor, fallen over, and decided to just fucking smear you. Now, given that Leigh is living in the UK, I would like to offer a little bit of advice to Anton. Libel laws in the UK are fucking brutal. Oh, they are really fucking brutal. If you feel like a civil action against this person, I'm not entirely sure you wouldn't just fucking clean her out. Give it a go, because you know what? I think everybody could use her just gone. I mean, she's not an untalented writer, but she is a fucking worthless turd with regards to the industry, and Miss I Am Games Journalism should probably just fucking go and leave the rest of us who actually enjoy games to talk about them. Number 3, blame it on the WB. Really? Given that it's the single biggest gaming platform, now granted it's the biggest gaming platform, not for AAAs, but for mostly free-to-play games, the kind of your MOBAs, your League of Legends, all that kind of gubbins, but it is the largest gaming platform. How are you doing with creating a MOBA, perhaps? You know, a DC MOBA that'll do really well on PC? I mean, you did, you know, your DC Universe, which, you know, you kind of screwed the pooch a bit, but if you kind of made that, maybe you could have gone for a MOBA, you know, could have really pushed it, really pushed the PC platform, but no. On top of your recent fucking failures, now, WB's ports on PC are hit and miss, and they're purely down to the fact that whether the developer happened to not fuck it up, because, oh my god, okay, let's put it this way, Shadows of Mordor, perfectly fine port, right? The developers did a good job. They outsourced Arkham Origins, they outsourced Arkham Knight, and they were fucking abysmal. To the point where, although because the Steam refunds scheme had come in place, Arkham Knight was pulled from sale. It was brought back 6 months later, still doesn't work properly. Also, no fucking discount. That game is still sold at full price. It's a fucking disgrace. So, Mortal Kombat. Now, Mortal Kombat is an interesting one, being as MK9 worked fucking... doesn't work on laptops. Doesn't work on widescreens. It can't run. It crashes. It certainly does on my laptop. Can't play on my laptop. My laptop's a fucking beast. My laptop is more powerful than most gaming PCs, and it can't run Mortal Kombat because it doesn't run on the display model. Can't run on the screen size format. Fuck that. However, Injustice runs really well. Really good little port there. Well done. MKX. Fuck, the PC port was abysmal. The way they launched it was terrible. People were downloading the game it came in fragments. People were getting game modes missing. They were getting huge fucking traumatic bullshit on launch. It was fucking terrible. And now they've announced with Mortal Kombat XL. Okay, so that's essentially the complete edition. Coming to PS4 and Xbox One, because they never fucking brought it to the Xbox 360 and the PS3, because, you know, fuck those gamers. If they're going to buy new hardware, fuck them, apparently. And they've also said, you know what, we're not going to bother updating the netcode for it on PC. We're not selling Combat Pack 2. They're not even selling DLC on there anymore. And I'm not even one to push for DLC, but you're not even selling the fucking DLC. You're just saying goodbye. 500,000 people have bought MKX on PC. Arguably the biggest platform for competitive gaming, because it actually has a solid player base that all play on the same platform. Whereas if you were to play a Xbox One player versus a PS3, PS4 player, you'd have to agree on the controller, wouldn't you? Because the controls feel completely different. You can't say, oh, I'm a top tier PS4 player, I'm going to play a top tier Xbox One player. What are you going to play it on? The PS4 or the Xbox? You cannot possibly play cross-platform because you have a massive disadvantage. So PC offers that advantage with regards to competitive gaming. And WB have just proved, you know what, fuck PC. Fuck it, we don't give a shit. So fuck the 500,000 people who bought this game. Fuck them who bought the Combat Pack or the Season Pass. Fuck them. They don't deserve that support. So I sincerely hope, if you're a PC gamer, any WB game coming out, you wait and see and you get some port reports from people that you can trust. Because you know what? A game from WB, unless it has been well and thoroughly checked, people who know what the fuck they're doing and have your best interests at heart, you should steer the fuck clear of anything they do on PC ever again. Number 2, Jeffrauner. Right, this fucking twat just deserves a special mention. Because he penned an article. Makes me want to fucking die. Gamers are the new religious right. Apparently, gamers are fucking evil. We're the new religious right. We're the new evil pressure group. We're regressive, fucking terrible people who just want women to be murdered and black people to be put back on cotton fields and just awful things to happen because we are the new religious right. We push against progress. We're fucking monsters. Because you know what? A couple of critics on the internet have said some stupid shit and some gamers have said shit back to them, and that makes us the Westboro Baptist Church. We are seriously... Oh, he's ashamed. He's fucking ashamed. Back when they used to fight Jack Thompson. But now, somebody who fought Jack Thompson, who did a punch Jack Thompson in the face game, did a punch Sarkeesian in the face game, and that makes us fucking evil. That makes gamers fucking evil. We are the religious right. We are every bit as bad as the people that we hated 15, 20 years ago, because we hate the people who do exactly the same shit as the people that we hated 10, 15 years ago. It's fucking baffling. Fuck off, Jeff. Jeff, you can't even spell your own name. J-E-F. Dude, slap your fucking parents in the face before I do. I swear to God, I hope when you were born, the doctor slapped your fucking mum. This stupid, needlessly divisive bullshit. I so fucking hope these kind of stupid fucking smear pieces were done. We did all this fucking bullshit back in 2014, but oh no, you've got to fucking trundle along like the miserable little cunt you are and cause fucking agitation and spread that kind of stupid fucking bullshit. Fuck off. You're not wanted here. You're a waste of fucking space. Piss the fuck off at the gaming community and allow gamers who enjoy gaming to talk about gaming. Just fucking leave us alone, you miserable piece of shit. Number 1. Tyler Montz and Devon Staley. Now, you've probably never heard of these guys. I certainly hadn't until today. But oh ho 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 ho, have they become the biggest fucking cancerous arsehole fucking dickheads in gaming. Now, they are 2/3 of the people behind the game Ant Simulator, which was crowdfunded, that was on its way, that was in alpha, that was coming soon. Game looked interesting. It was a first-person, insect-based survival game. Looked kind of cool. Was an interesting little premise. And it turns out... I need a fucking drink. Oh god, the game programmer released a video today, which again you'll see links, has announced that his 2 business partners and friends of 11 years blew all of the crowdfunding money on strippers and beer. Game's cancelled now. Game ain't coming. This is like the worst nightmare of crowdfunding. The reason that this is here at number 1 is because this is exactly the kind of cancer and the consumer fear that corresponds to this kind of thing. It's a major fucking deal. These arseholes, these worthless fucking dickbags come along, beg for your money. People are like, oh, that looks cool, and throw money at it. Well, I'm sorry, you credulous fucks. You just got had. The financial controller and the producer have fucked off with all the money, spent it. They've threatened that if the designer releases the game, if the programmer releases the game in any form, they'll sue him. Game's fucked now. Go get your refund. They're going to try and give you a refund if they can. Well, he will. They fucking stitched you up. That's it. You're fucked. This is the problem with Kickstarter. This is what frustrates me so fucking much. Because the likes of your Kickstarters and your Indiegogo and all these kind of crowdfunding campaigns is they rely on trust. And we're so easy to trust as a community. We're so keen. When we see something exciting, we trust, we fall over ourselves to throw money at them because we just so desperately want what they're selling. And oh fucking no. Yet again. Burned, shot and fucking left for dead. Because people trusted shady motherfuckers who promised the world and delivered nothing. If these experiences haven't taught you guys anything, don't fucking trust a crowdfund. Just don't. Don't let them play off your nostalgia. If the series isn't financially viable, let it fucking die. I'm sorry, some examples may come on to prove me wrong, but at this point crowdfunding has proved itself to be nothing more than the home of snakes and fucking incompetence. So few people have come through with a valuable product after begging for your money. Just leave it the fuck alone. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you guys later.